Hello, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Daryl Turok, and the short version of Daryl is Derry, and my family calls me Derry Bob. I live in Olean, New York, which is about 80 miles south of Buffalo, New York, and I'm currently taking care of my elderly parents. I am a man who is excited about the time we're living in history, and I deeply feel that we are spiritual beings having a physical experience, and that this time in our experience is a time of great transformation on this planet. And that while it looks like things are breaking down, that actually things are getting way better. That there's a transformation going on. The old structures are breaking down, things that didn't work are not working anymore, but something new, a new realization, a new excitement, a new possibility of what it means to be human is coming about. This page is about the projects that I have and the endeavors that I have to do my part to contribute to that future of a world that works for everyone.
My mission starts with the premise that I believe that peace begins with prosperity. I think peace on this planet will come about not when we all join the same political party or have the same government or have the same religion, but that when everyone has equal access to resources to care for themselves and the people that they love. So my mission is in introducing a visionary idea about making money online and how to make that accessible to anyone who can get online and have access to the internet. So what's next for humanity? What are we experiencing right now? I say that we're at a major transformational time as we move from the industrial age to the information age. And we're going through major shifts, both in our mindset, our belief structures, as well as how we make a living and how we progress throughout our life. And as this happens, we experience something that seems like a failure, like an economic crisis, or like things are breaking down, but it's actually the death of one thing, but in the midst of all of that collapse is actually something new is being born, and that a new age is being introduced to human experience. So in the new economics that I see, we have compassionate responsibility. It means that we understand that we all come from a mindset that has it that someone outside of ourselves is going to give us what we want if we're good enough, to understanding about how to be responsible. It's not a for-profit conversation, and it's not a non-profit conversation. It's a merging of the two. It's recognizing that every business has the right and indeed the responsibility to make a profit, and that indeed every business and every person that wants to make a difference should also be making a profit, and that everyone should be doing that inside of a context of making a difference, a positive difference for others. And that means that the only way to prosper is to do good for others. Wouldn't a world like that be an awesome place to live in? So we're having a worldwide shift from dependency to responsibility. We have been trained to think that we're dependent, from Santa Claus, who's going to bring us stuff if we're good, to heaven and hell, where we're going to be punished if we're not obedient, or rewarded if we're obedient. And in living inside a context that if we're good, we'll get what we want. And that means that someone else holds the purse string. Someone else is going to give us what we want. So we try to get what we want by being good, or being nice, or being friendly, or being sweet, or something like that, rather than recognizing that if I want something, I need to create it, and I create it through my thoughts and through my actions. So is there a life force that exists? I know for myself that I'm dependent on something bigger than myself for my very existence. Not one of us could exist without the air we breathe, the sun and the sky, the earth, the animals and the plants, the water, our parents that gave us life, other people who exist with us and partner with us and provide us with all the goods and services we need in our lives. And inside of that, I'm totally dependent on something greater than myself. But at the same time, I'm a creator, and I can create whatever I want to. And I start to create first with my mind and my belief structure. If I don't believe something's possible, I won't even try it. So what I believe about myself and about the world shapes what I'll actually take action on. So the right opportunity for you is one that's a good fit for you in your present circumstances, and the vehicles that you will choose will be unique to you in your own situation. My mission is to empower people to embrace the new opportunities that are right before us. And the first thing is the mindset, and realizing that there are many new tools available for us to shift our beliefs. It doesn't mean belief in something, but it means beliefs about ourselves. It means believing that you can do something, expanding your capacity for contributing, expanding your capacity for accomplishments. And then also to get access to actual opportunities to produce the physical results and ones that are customized to you. So I've created a leading edge newsletter, which I'd like to send to you and introduce you to these new resources as they become available, give you my viewpoint on them, and give you the opportunity to embrace them if they're a good fit for you. You can find all of that at my website at possibilityandopportunity.com, and also at the buttons at the top of this page. So we have the dreamers versus the doers in the world these days. So the dreamers are people who can always see new ideas, who embrace new ideas, who can come up with new ideas, but never seem to quite get into action. And then there's the doers, and the doers are the ones who actually do things and do things and do things. Now somewhere in the middle is where the wholesome, holistic approach to our life lies. Dreaming is essential. Without envisioning something, you won't take action, and you won't take action unless you're motivated to do it. And nothing happens until you do take action. So I'm offering you this free software. It's called the Being in Action software, and it's available when you sign up on my list. And also I have a Being in Action system, which is an interactive system where you can participate and actually make promises every week, and then look at what you promised yourself the next week and investigate what stopped you, and do this in conjunction with other people who will give you support to move from dreaming into action. My mission is to empower people on how to use the internet. So I do web page design and marketing services. I've created several websites for brick and mortar businesses. I'm available for anyone that wants to create websites for themselves. You can find that at theelectricstorefront.com. My mission is to empower people on how to use the internet. So I also do web page design tutoring, and I have a webinar series that you can learn remotely how to create websites. In 8 weeks, I can take you from a place of not knowing anything about it to a place where you can create a website for your small business, for your online business, for your personal hub page, or for anything that's important to you. You'll find that at webdesignwebinar.com. My mission is to empower people on how to use the internet. And I want to connect you to great resources to learn how to market anything to anyone online. There are some credible people who have been very successful at generating a living online, and I want to connect you with those experts who have produced the results, who can teach you how to do it. I'll give you plenty of opportunities to find one that's a good fit for you. You can find that also at possibilityandopportunity.com. My mission is to empower people on how to use the internet, where to find the best financial education resources for this new age. We need to learn how to invest our money in ways that are going to benefit us in this changing economic times. We need to learn how to manage our money, how to learn all the distinctions about it that we were never taught. I can lead you some terrific resources for that as well. So my mission is to usher in a new age, and that I'm standing that we recognize that the only way to prosper is to do good for others. I'm a stand for a time when we will so clearly know that the only way to get what we want is to do good for others. That's pretty impactful. The only way to get what we want is to do good for others. So in conclusion, I'm looking for people who have a sense of heart is the motivating factor behind everything they do. I'd love to get to meet you. Sign up for my personal list. I'll include you and send you some information from time to time on these different projects, as well as keeping you up to date with my video journal, and Check out the Project and Endeavors tab above for access to all of these different resources that I shared throughout this video. Also, text Darry to 90210 to see my virtual business card and to be introduced to text message marketing, which is a pretty cool and awesome resource. Fairly new in the online arena, but something that's a terrific opportunity for anyone who can see the vision of it.
I hope you enjoyed that presentation. Please give me your name and your email address so I can stay in touch with you, and I'll be happy to send you that free software I mentioned on this video. You can look at the button on the top of the page for the different projects and endeavors that I'm involved with and find links to those things. I would love to support you in whatever way I can on your journey to freedom and to whatever is important to you in your life and in the lives of the people that you love.